Occasions, though, when unions don't want to negotiate on the employer's premises because they perceive that it's not neutral ground. But certainly it's quite common for all unions, once you get into conciliation and beyond, unfortunately, to have to go off-site. So those are the types of situations where, unfortunately, that is beyond the control of staff.
Personally, I don't know. I'm not buying it myself, but like your division is HR. If people retire, you should know about that. And to come in, I believe there was in a previous document it says 20 people retired. So we basically spent $630 on a retirement gift, which is mighty nice of us, but like that should have been narrowed down a little more than to come over budget by so much on so many items, like 3 out of 5 departments, really.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, employees aren't required to advise the employer in advance when they're planning to retire. By rights, some employees give us 2 weeks' notice, and some employees do not share their plans with their supervisors. So I understand what you're saying, and I, in theory, agree with you, but in some cases, it's just not possible to anticipate the number of retirees that we'll have in a subsequent year.
I'm not concerned about the retirements per se as much as I am that the budgets for these departments are over budget. Like the actuals go over, and then if you're going to reduce them and they're going to go over anyway, how are we getting anywhere? Like there needs to be some checks and balances in there. I think I'm looking for something more that says this is what we're going to do to fix it.
If I could, through you, Mr. Mayor, for instance, one area that's come to the attention of Ms. St. Amand and myself was in our own area, in the administration area, and that is on page 4-17. And you'll see salaries and benefits, the approved budget, and then the forecasted actuals are actually approximately $43,000 over the approved budget. So this would be an area where it appears to council that this division in the department has gone over budget. However, we believe that this is an overestimating of the forecasted actuals. In fact, we believe that in 2016 we are very likely under budget simply because we've had a changeover in staff in the senior administrative assistant role. So with all due respect, I believe in some of these cases where it appears our divisions have gone over, it's actually as a result of perhaps overestimating the forecasted actuals.
Councillor Wells. Did you have a question? I don't know. Is it time to go? Councillor Black. I'll be wrapping up here.
It's been so long, I forgot my question. No, through you to Mr. Ford. I don't know if is this new line net financing in all of the departments. I don't know if I remember seeing it before. At the bottom of all of them. Is it? I just wondered if it was new.
Through the Mayor to Councillor Black, yes, it's new. That was one of the ones during the presentation I indicated that we tried last year to put it under a corporate finance department and removed all those line items from the departments, and that created some issues when we were reviewing and calculating reserve and reserve funds, that type of thing. So this year we tried to keep them out of the expenditure and revenue side, so you can clearly see the operating revenue and expenditure costs. We moved them down to and consolidated them into one line within each department and division.
Exactly. What does it include then?
It includes the net financing would include debt, charges, principal and interest, reserve and reserve fund contributions and transfers from reserves and reserve funds. That's about it.
Okay, thanks.
Well, my clock says 4 o'clock. That's the witching hour. I would suggest we just leave our binders open. Page 414, 415. We'll recess and adjourn this meeting until 9 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you very much.